Hi guys, today I'm going to show you how to install two operative systems in one machine. In this activity, the machine is going to be like a real computer, and then we can install two different operative systems on the real machine, not virtualized. Okay, so let's start creating a virtual machine. Okay, in this virtual machine that is called Windows 10 and KDE-neon, well, the type is Windows and Windows 10. Okay, 2 GB of RAM, it's okay for both operative system, Windows 10 and KDE-neon. This option by default dynamically allocated, and by default Windows needs 50 GB of hard drive. Okay, then Linux needs around 20 GB, but I will add 40. Okay, 40 plus 50, 90 GB for the entire hard drive, where we are going to install half hard drive Linux and then the other hard drive Linux. Okay, let's create the hard drive. Okay, then we need to set some settings. Okay, in the system I'm going to add more CPUs, okay, because I have 8 cores, so I will have 3 cores for this one. Storage. Okay, this is the hard drive, okay, like you see here, and this is the optical device. In the optical device, I am going to use this Windows 10 image, okay. Yeah, first of all, we need to download Windows 10 from the Microsoft web page. It is free to download without key, and then we have a trial version, okay, to use it for, I think it's 60 days. Okay, now audio network is very important. I want this machine to become one computer in my network, so I need to configure the bridge adapter as an option of the network adapter, okay, and the rest it's like by default. Okay, now I start the machine. Okay, it asks me which one I want to boot, so Windows 10 image. Okay, start. Now it is starting the installation of Windows 10 as if you are installing Windows 10 in a real machine. Okay, this is virtual machine, but you can do it in a real one. Okay, I'm doing this activity because I want to let you know that this is perfectly the same as a real machine. Okay, next, now install. It will take some minutes, so I'm going to pause the recording. Then I will start the recording again before finishing the installation. Well, it asked me some questions. I do not have the key, so I will answer I don't have the key product. Okay, now it's better to install the Pro Windows 10 Professional because it has more options than the Home Edition. So perhaps in the future we will need to use some features of the Windows 10 Professional. So we will select this one in case that it let us to choose. Okay, if you are going to download one of them from the Microsoft official web page, so try to download the professional one. Okay, we accept the license, and this is very important. Yeah, personalized. Okay, we have to personalize because this is the entire hard drive. it is still not assigned space, so we have to create one. I told you that we are going to reserve 50 gigabytes for the Windows 10 and then 40 for the Linux. Okay, applying. Yes, we accept. It will create two partitions, one for the system and one for the operative system. Okay, and the 40 more than 41 gigabytes without assignment. Okay, next. Now it will start. This will take some minutes. I will pause the video. Now the installation is at 95%. So after reaching the 100%, it will install some characteristics, some updates, that it's quite fast, and it will finish the installation. After finishing the installation, it will reboot once or twice, and after the second reboot, it will ask some questions. So I'm going to pause the video as well, or I will speed up the video after recording in order not to waste your time. Okay, now we reboot. It detects that the medium is in the optic device, so it will ask to boot from DVD. Okay, but I am, well, please do not press the key button. Okay, any key. Then it will start from the installation of the hard drive. Okay. Again, this is the second reboot. Please do not press any key. Okay, now I want to use the faster configuration to skip all the configuration from the beginning. I want to do it faster. Okay, hello. I'm happy to be here. Okay, the updates are going to be quite fast. Okay, and the last reboot. Please do not press any key. In here, I will say that it's my work PC. Okay, so well, okay, no, it's mine. So I am the one who is the administrator. Okay, so next. But in here, I don't want to introduce my Microsoft. Perhaps you don't have a Microsoft account. Okay, so I want to skip this step. Okay, my username is alumne and the password it's going to be alumne as well. Alumne. Alumne. Everything is alumne. Okay. Okay. I am student. Okay, this is the first time that the operative system boots. Okay. Okay. Okay, so this is the Windows 10, the first time we boot Windows 10, and he is asking us to allow the rest of the PCs in my network to detect my PC and interact between them. So as we are going to work in a network, so we allow these connections. Okay, perfect. Okay, the only thing that I want to show you in here is the chunks that we have done in the hard drive. Okay, so we need to go to the file explorer in here, and in my equipment I have to administrate it. Okay, right button in este equipo and then administrate. It will show a program to control all the features, well, the main features of my computer. Administration. Okay, in here, storage, I want to manage my disks. So it is connecting now to the disk, okay, to the hard drive, and we have here, okay, this is the DVD, okay, this is the DVD, and the disco 0, disk 0, it has the three partitions: the main the partition reserved for the system, the partition C for the operative system, okay, and the last one is not assigned. Okay, it's not assigned. So we are going now to shut down Windows 10, and instead of having the Windows 10 in the CD-ROM, okay, we are going to put in here the Linux image, and then we will boot the Linux installation and we will install in here. Okay, let me show you how to do it. First of all, we need to shut down this machine. Okay, shut down, power off, and let's go to the VirtualBox again. Okay, in here I go to settings again and storage, and in here I need to remove the disk. Okay, and now I have to set neon user. Okay, now is the neon one, the neon image, the one who is in the optic device. Okay, now if we start it, it will start the installation of the Linux. Okay, in here we have it there. Okay, it's checking. Okay, checking the disk is complete, 100%. We can cancel it pressing Ctrl C, but it's very fast. Okay, and we ensure that we have no problem with the image and the hard drive. Okay, so this is the live version. So it doesn't mean that we have already Linux installed. No, this is the live version. We can use Linux in this machine, but without installation. Okay, but the thing that we want is install the system. Okay, so do a click in install system in this icon, and it will start the installation. Okay. So American English is right for us. Okay, next. We are in Europe. Our zone is Madrid. Next, the keyboard is in Spanish. So we have to look for the Spanish one. Spanish default. Okay, next. And here, this is the key question. In here, we have the current state of the hard drive is Windows 10, that small partition for the system, and Windows 10, the operative system, is in this green part. Okay, we have to install Linux in this free space. Okay, and the way to do it is manual partitioning. Okay, then we press next, and here in this free space we have to create a new partition. The file system that we are going to use is x4. The mount point is / okay, because this is the root of the operative system, and the flags it's root, because this is the root directory where we are going to install the root of the operative system. Okay, well, in this case we don't need that our data is encrypted, so I am not going to encrypt the data. Okay, so okay, and we have here the new partition, and install bootloader on master boot record in /dev/sda. Okay, this is by default. Okay, I'm going to leave it as default. Okay, so perfect. Now I press next, and this is warning me that we need a GPT partition table. I don't mind. I don't mind if it is GPT or MBR, so it is going to install without any problem. Okay, so now it's asking me some questions as the user. So alumne, as always, alumne, and the password is alumne, and login automatically without asking for the password. Okay, we press start, and now we wait till it reaches 100%. Okay, so I'll pause again until 100%. Okay, now it's all done. It asks us to restart the computer, okay? So, done. Now he is asking us to remove the DVD from the optical device. Please remove the installation medium and then press enter. Okay, enter. And now in the boot, it starts the what we call GRUB. GRUB is the boot system that allows us to select Neon Linux or Windows 10, among other options. Okay, advanced options for Neon Linux, memory test, and memory test serial console. Okay, if we want to boot Windows, we select this option. If we want to boot Neon Linux, we select the first option. So we have two operative systems in only one computer. Okay, those operative systems are not virtualized. Okay, so they have full control all over the machine. Okay, and this is very important. We need to install first the Microsoft operative system, then Linux, because Linux is capable to detect more operative systems. It doesn't matter which company made the operative system. In this case, Microsoft made Windows 10. Linux recognizes it, and Linux is going to share the computer with Microsoft. But if we install Linux first and then Microsoft Windows, Microsoft doesn't recognize Linux, and then it won't install the bootloader in order to show the different operative systems at the boot of the computer. Okay, so now what we are going to do is the next. In here, I want you to go to this icon. It's the software center. It's called Discover. In here, I want you to install the partition manager. Okay, enter. KDE partition manager. Okay. When we press okay, we're waiting. Well, okay, now install. Now, if I open a console, pressing Ctrl-Alt-T, the combination of the keys, the three keys, Ctrl-Alt-T, and then, well, this password is asked by the Discover, okay? Because for the installation of applications, I need to type my password of alumni is alumni. Again, now it is installing, okay? Now in here, in this console, I want you to type sudo fdisk space -l and then type the password, because in here it shows us the state of the hard drive. Look at here, hard drive 90 GB. Okay, then which partitions do we have here? We have three partitions. The first one, size 500 megabytes. The second one, nearly 50 gigabytes. Those partitions are for Windows. Obviously, this one is for the operating system. Okay, do you remember? And then this one is reserved for Linux. And now Linux is already installed. Okay, in here, if we launch this application, or if we go down here, we type partition, okay, it asks for administrative privileges because we are going to do some tasks related to the administration of the computer. We are going to manage disks. So I have to type alumni again, and now the KDE partition manager shows us exactly the same that we saw in Windows. The three partitions, okay. The first partition, it was called reservado para el sistema, okay. NTFS is the typical file system for Microsoft, and X4. where we have the mount point for our Linux. Okay, so this is all that I want you to know. Okay, how to install these two operative systems in only one machine. Okay, and now how to check the space used by one partition and other partition, and then which operative system is installed in those partitions. Okay, so that's all. Now we leave, shut down the machine, and then the next restart, you know that we have the GRUB bootloader in order to see which one, in order to choose which operative system we want to boot. Okay, so good luck with the activity.